Good morning, everyone. It's Derby Day. That's right, it's Sunday. Welcome along to the Sports Corner for a jam-packed day of live watch-alongs to come. We've not just got the football, we've got the F1, we've got a Liga and title race on the cards, but most importantly, to kickstart your day, we have a massive derby in Scotland. That's right, it feels like they face up against each other every week right now, but they're up for one final game this season as Rangers take on Celtic for the final time this year. Of course, Rangers looking to try and keep their unbeaten record this season in the league. Celtic trying to break the Rangers' ducks, considering Rangers have been quite dominant in this fixture, especially this season. And most importantly, there is also one player who is on the screen today. It's his final Old Firm derby, which we will be talking about in just a few moments' time. Of course, as you can see on your screen any second now, it is me today. How are you all doing, everyone? Hope you're all good. Hope you've had a fantastic few weeks. Well, week, isn't it, really? Since I was last on the channel when we did the Liga Watchalong, which we're going to do later on tonight as well. But hopefully you're all good and you've had a good week of sporting action, because your Sunday starts right here, as Dermot O'Leary would usually say on the X Factor. No, honestly, this is going to be a very exciting game. Let's be honest, I think you could pretty much take what I said on the last Old Firm watch along that I did a few weeks ago for the league and kind of copy and paste it. There's not much on the line in terms of anything. In fact, to be honest, there's nothing on the line. Rangers have already won the league. Celtic are going to finish second. That's not going to change. What does matter, though, is that Rangers are still unbeaten this season in the league. They haven't lost a single game. And most importantly, as I said before, Rangers will want to go unbeaten for the rest of the season. They will want to come out of the league with every single game, no L's on the board. However, Celtic, they want to break that duct. And most importantly today, it's Scott Brown's last Old Firm, which makes it even more special because we know that he has been quite the servant for the last couple of years for Celtic. One of those pantomime villains, I guess. Even as a Rangers fan, you have to appreciate the work that he's done for Celtic over these last few years. And no doubt Celtic will want to go out there today and get a win for Scott Brown before he leaves and moves on to Aberdeen next season. So I do think there's still quite a lot on the line in this game, regardless of the fact that the league positions do not mean anything. Because it's an Old Firm, everything is on the line, no matter what is going on in the league. But seeing what you guys said in the chat, I hope you're all good, everyone. Welcome along. Reese Allen, how are we doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're all good as always. Rowan is in the stream as well. Hope you're all good, Rowan. And then Kyle is in the building. He's put, hey all, how are we? I am fantastic. Very excited for this fixture, which will be on in about 2 or 3 minutes' time. Should we have a look at the lineups? Let's go through them. So this is how the lineups are today. Rangers with a 4-3-3 to start in this afternoon's Old Firm derby. Alan McGregor is in goal. A back four that sees Jack Simpson taking part in his first Old Firm of his career. No pressure, Jack. James Tavernier is back after a long-term injury that kept him out for a few weeks/months. Tavernier is back in the Rangers lineup. Not for the first time, he was back last week. Midfield three, you've got Glenn Kamara, Joe Rebo and Stephen Davies. They are the three midfielders together. Davies has been seen as potentially maybe being a little bit further up the pitch. A bit more creative player, as you would expect. And then the front three, Ryan Kent, Morelos and Kamar Roof. Should be interesting to see how they do today, of course. Kamar Roof playing on the right-hand side, not his usual position. On the bench, the likes of Jermaine Defoe, who I think is probably might have a little chance of coming on. Might it be his last Old Firm as a Rangers player, and the likes of Ian Ishaji as well as Cedric Itten. How about the Celtic bench? Well, this Celtic team, this is how the Celtic team is looking today. 4-4-2 for the away side. Scott Bain is in goal. He's been the ever consistent goalkeeper for Celtic this season, with a back four of Greg Taylor, Stephen Welsh, Christopher Ayer and John Joe Kenny. No Lax out today, he's on the bench. He had an absolute nightmare the last time these two played off against each other in the Scottish Cup 2 weeks ago. Midfield four, James Forrest is back for the first time for quite a while. I think he's been out with a long-term injury. With Scott Brown in his last Old Firm alongside Callum McGregor. David Turnbull is on the right-hand side with a front two of Hudson Edouard and a man who knows how to score in Old Firms, Mohamed El Yunusi. He has bagged this season in the Old Firm. On the bench, it includes the likes of Ryan Christie, Albion Ieti, and of course another player who's played in many Old Firms, past and present, Leigh Griffiths. So they are the teams for this game. We are underway with this fixture. Once again, as always, for those of you that are maybe new to the stream, try not to spoil what's going on in the game. I will be just very slightly behind, which is a real shame, but I don't think I'll be too massively behind, which is always a positive. But what a game this should be. An absolute barnstormer of a fixture. It is one of the games in Europe and in world football that all eyes are centred on when these two come up against each other. And regardless of the fact that these teams have played off against each other multiple times this season, it is always a grand occasion for the viewers of the world. And we are underway. Carl says he's doing grand, which is fantastic to hear. And of course, we've got a very busy day of watch-alongs on the YouTube channel, as I said earlier on. Straight after me, around about an hour actually, I'd say after me, Rowan will be live with the F1. And then tonight I'll be back with KL once again for the Liga title race fixture. Monaco taking on Lyon in that game a little bit later on tonight. But Glenn Kamara, not the most convincing clearance. A chance here for Celtic. And a little chance for David Turnbull, who gets into the box and takes on the shot first time. But good defending by Connor Galton, who stops the shot in the end. And obviously, as you would expect, Celtic are going to go for it today. And as are Rangers. Both teams will go for it. But the question is, what's it going to be? Because the last time these two faced off against each other in the league, it finished 1-1. We watched it live. Very enjoyable game. Didn't get a winner in the end. But Morelos getting his first ever Old Firm goal. As there's a chance here for McGregor to drive forward. Plays the ball to David Turnbull, who tries to flick the ball into the box. And good early pressure here from Celtic in the first 2 minutes, who are on the front foot in this Old Firm derby. And you would expect them to try and continue that pressure on the home side for as long as they possibly can. I think this season, usually, Celtic are the type of team to go out there and maul teams. You know, in the past we've seen them win games by 4, 5, 6 goals. They've not really been doing that this season. A lot of very tight 1-0, 2-1 results. And you would expect it to probably be fairly similar in a game like this. You know, I'm expecting, my prediction was, I'm going to go 2-1 Rangers. I think Rangers will win it. But I think Celtic will probably give their best fight of the season in this fixture. Purely, as I said, because we know Scott Brown is not going to be playing in another Old Firm after this. So I did put him down to get one more yellow card as well, because we know what he's like. Does love a yellow card in an Old Firm. And I think it would be poetic justice, as there's another chance here. Ball flicked towards Edouard Elyounoussi with a back heel inside the box. He's actually come off one of the Rangers defenders and gone out of play for a corner. And I'll tell you something, it's a very bright start from Celtic. And it was Mohamed Elyounoussi causing all forms of trouble for the back line. And in the end, it will be a corner here, which David Turnbull is going to take. As Harrison Rice is going 2-0 Rangers. He's going to go 2-0. And then Kurt Man United fans in the stream. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're all good as always. As the corner's flipped in. McGregor's had to punch. But the referee is going to give a free kick in an advantage to Alan McGregor, who has been pressured, I believe, by Scott Brown. Surprise, surprise. Who else was it going to be? And, yeah, benefit of the doubt there to the goalkeeper. As Billy's in the stream as well. Kurt and Billy. Good friends. How are we doing? Oh, all good, lads. Let's hope that this is a good game. You know, it always usually is. I think we watched them in the Scottish Cup, actually, 2 weeks ago, which was their 4th match against each other. And that one ended Celtic losing 2-0 to Rangers in what was a very dominant game for Rangers. Completely played them off the park in that match. And although Celtic did get a penalty in that game, which Edouard missed, they didn't really have many chances. And they have to capitalise on their first 5 minutes of dominance as Morelos is clipped, I think, by Callum McGregor. And we will get a free kick just past the halfway line for Rangers in the attacking half of play. How are you doing, Dad? So you're good as always. Good afternoon, Josh. How are you doing today? He's going to go 3-1 Rangers. When's the next darts? It is Wednesday, Daz, when the darts is on. Wednesday, Thursday and Friday night is when the darts is on this week. So we haven't got as many games. We've only got 4 matches each night instead of 5. So it will be much shorter in length, I think, the streams, which I don't mind too much. But yeah, we've got three nights of action before we have another 2-week break. But they have just confirmed, actually, in the last day or two, that fans are going to be back for the final week of action. So even better, we're going to actually have fans there for the final week of the Premier League of Darts. So that's fantastic news in the darting world at the very least. But yeah, that's when we've got our next stream for the darts. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, around about. We've got 3 nights of it. So we'll have that on, as well as the Champions League. We'll have the Europa League as well. So it will be very nice indeed. Kurt saying you're going to live stream for my birthday next week. Bro, when's your birthday? You'll have to tell us. If there's a game on, we'll have to see when it is. But I think next week, I think we've got games. We're pretty much live. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, Sunday, because we'll have fixtures on. So, again, it is going to be a fairly busy week of action. And it's probably one of the last busy weeks we've got, because after this week, the EFL's finished. So we'll only have the playoffs, which we will be covering on the channel. As there's a chance here for David Turnbull to come forward. Been very lively in these first few minutes of the game, but Kamara in the end, really good defending. Does beat Turnbull to the ball. And in the end, he does get it back for Rangers, which is good to see. But yeah, he's not been the greatest of starts, has he, for Rangers so far? 7 minutes in. They've not had much of the ball, and when they have had the ball, it's been pretty much in their own half. Kind of being boxed in right now by the constant waves of pressure from Celtic. But here's the first chance for them to come forward. It's going to be with Borna Barisic, the Croatian. We know he is quite a good attacking figure for Rangers. Very good cross of the ball on the left-hand side. He's up with Kent today, who actually scored in the last fixture, which these two faced off against. And there's a mistake here as Aribo gets the ball. He's inside the box on the left wing. Plays it to Ryan Kent. He tries to dance his way around the defence. Takes on his man. Lofts a low cross into the box towards Kamal Roof. And in the end, it doesn't get to him. Good clearance by Callum McGregor. And that little pressure from Rangers will continue as Glenn Kamara comes forward. But the referee is going to blow for a free kick, which has been taken quickly. Aribo tries to play it towards Kamal Roof. And it will come off Stephen Welsh and go out for a corner. So good pressure there from Rangers, making sure that Celtic are switched on with the quick free kick. And Stephen Welsh was definitely turned on in that situation, aware of what was going on. As Kurt says, next Tuesday we will be live, yes, because the Champions League is on. So we will have a stream on Tuesday just for you. As Harrison says, surely Stevie G won't allow this to carry on for much longer. You wouldn't think so, but corner's been lofted in, and it does come towards the path of, I think that was Scott Arfield who had a chance there to get a touch on the... No, sorry, it was Simpson who had a chance and didn't really do anything with the ball, if I'm being honest with you. High and wide and out of play for a goal kick. So, bit of a waste there on the set piece. But I do agree with you, Harrison. I think it is a case here that this first 10 minutes, Steven Gerrard will not be happy with how it started, although they are starting to get into the game now a little bit. Another free kick given just past the halfway line for Rangers, this time on Ryan Kent from Scott Brown, who's had one or two little pulls of players in the first early 10 minutes. Does anyone think we're going to get a red card today? Because it'd feel like very poetic if Scott Brown was to be sent off in his last Old Firm. That would be a very interesting send-off, wouldn't it? If he was to be sent off in his final Old Firm. As Carl's put, I hope Rotherham win for you, Josh, on Tuesday. And Wednesday then beat Derby. Kind of want Derby to be relegated. I mean, what an end to the season. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Look, this relegation battle in the Championship has been pretty shit. I think all three teams, including Derby, who are just above everyone, have played awful. In fact, to be honest, and this has even been harsh to my team, I think we all deserve to go down. I think if there's any possibility for 4 teams to be relegated for the Championship, then maybe that should happen. But I'm hoping we can win on Tuesday. Sadly, not on TV. So if we were on TV, I was going to cover the match because it is pretty much a cup final. But sadly not. But there may be the possibility of doing something on Saturday next week. We'll have to see. It might involve me buying our fixture to watch and maybe streaming it live. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens over the week because, of course, it's quite a busy week, isn't it, of sporting action. A lot to come. But Celtic here just getting a opportunity to get back on the ball again. They've given it away, though, here. Joe Aribo's got the ball back. Poor mistake there from Greg Taylor. Kent going to play into Kamaru, who makes a really awkward first touch, and in the end, he's pretty much sent to the right corner flag. Here is Joe Rebo into Kamara. Now to Connor Golson, who's made a good run forward here. Into Tavernier. Lofts a ball! Morelos! Oh, thought it was a chance for him. And what an opportunity it could have been. That ball was fizzed with some venom from Tavernier into the path of Morelos. And he just wasn't able to get a touch. And in fact, it was even better defending at the back from Stephen Wells to just clear the ball away. And I think had maybe Morelos been a little bit more switched on, that could have easily been an opportunity for the first goal of the game. And a really good chance for Rangers to take the lead in the first 10 minutes. As Pierce says, get the darts on again next week. Can't come quick enough. Few more days, Pierce. Few more days. Wednesday night. And we will be back at it again for another few nights. And it's in fact, it actually comes off the back heel of Morelos. Just seeing the chance again. It's a really good fizzed-in ball. And I think there's a very, very slight touch from Welsh. And then it comes off the back heel of Morelos. And all he's got to do is, if he's half a second sharper, he would have got that proper touch on the ball and maybe even put it into the back of the net. But what a chance for Rangers in the 10th minute of the game. And that could have set the tone for the match for the home side, which you kind of feel like one of these two teams is going to set the tone soon, as Celtic look to drive forward here. Elyounoussi plays the ball into Greg Taylor, who fizzes in a very similar ball to the cross that Tavernier put in a few moments ago, but nobody's there to gamble on it. And in the end, the ball is just fizzed out of play for a throw-in, I think. And it's not the greatest of... I'd say it was a very good cross in the end, but just said, nobody there to gamble on it. James Forrest, the closest player to it, but not really close enough to get a touch on it whatsoever. Dad says, do you think there'll be any cards in Liverpool United? Yes, I do. I think that game tonight is going to be a very exciting one to watch. I think knowing that Man U, if they lose, Man City have got the title. I mean, to be honest, they've got the title anyway, if we're being honest. They're going to have the title wrapped up pretty soon. But I think they will want to go out there and win it and get a few more points on the board and try and put some slight pressure on. But we'll have to see. I think there'll be a few yellow cards. And then Daz has asked, are there any bets today, Josh? Yes, I've got 2 bets on for this specific game, but that's about it. I've got Morelos, Barisic, Brown and Welsh to be carded. And then I've got both teams to score in both halves, with 2 corners for each team, and booking points as well of 20 plus. That's basically 2 yellow cards for each side, which I think we will get the cards. We will get the corners. It's just a case of whether we get the 2 goals, 1 for each team. It does require this game to minimum finish 2-2, so take of that what you will. We're just actually seeing a stat right now. As I was saying earlier, James Forrest, who's been out injured for quite a bit of time, back in his first Old Firm in quite a while, with a long-term injury that he had. When you actually look at the stats, when James Forrest has played in the Old Firm, Celtic have won over 70% of their Old Firm since 2011, with Forrest in the side. Without him, they've only won 18%, so it just shows you how influential Forrest has been in the past. But here comes a chance for James Forrest, who tries to curl the ball into the back of the net, and then it's not the most convincing clearance away from Kamara. And in the end, Celtic are going to get themselves a very cheap corner. And it was a really good chance for Forrest. Just actually comes off, I think, McGregor in the end, and the deflection keeps it out of going out, and most importantly, out for a Celtic corner, which Turnbull will take. It's a chance for David Turnbull, who actually deflected Forrest's shot a few moments ago, and his corner doesn't come to anything in the end. As Infinity Football's in the building. How you doing, my friend? Long time no see. Hope you are all good. Welcome along to the Old Firm Derby on the, what day is it? 2nd of May. Can't believe we're in May already. This year's absolutely flown by. To think that it was January 4 months ago, it's mad. It feels like this last 4 months has gone like that. You know, we've only got, about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks left of big league football. I think the Premier League ends at the end of May. So we are looking to do a few streams in the near future. If you were on the channel last year, you might remember what we did for the Premier League last day. We all got together and covered the last games in the Premier League. I think we're going to do something similar like that again, which means that the next kind of 2 to 3 weeks is going to be non-stop before we have a little break before the Euros start. As Chris is in the building as well. How are you doing, Chris? Hope you're all good. He's put, hi Josh, hope you're well. I'm doing very good indeed. How are you, Chris? Hope you're all good. As Kurt says he thinks there's going to be 2 red cards in the Rangers game. Interesting. I'd like that. Maybe not for the neutral, not for a Rangers or Celtic fan. You know, you wouldn't want to see red cards yet, but for the neutral, a few red cards would make it very interesting. Here comes Kent. Going to play the ball out to Kamar Roof on the left-hand side. Tries to turn his man. Plays the ball into the path of Aribo, who was in the box, but good defending in the end by Christoph Ayer, who gets down low and eventually makes the tackle. As Celtic here are going to get a free kick just in their defensive side of play. And I think Jack Simpson here is going to get a yellow card. So that's the first card of the game going to Jack Simpson. And yeah, right decision there in the end. Just pushing Edouard left, right and centre. And the referee has no choice but to give out the first card of the game. And I think we'll see a few more yellows by the end of this match. But Jack Simpson, in his first Old Firm, already finds himself in the book after 16 minutes, and that could be a potential risk in this game. It's one of those situations where, especially when you haven't played in many Old Firms before, you are going to be under some pressure now to keep a cool head and not get yourself sent off and really give this game into Celtic's hands. As Infinity Football says, actually affected by COVID. Feeling a little better now, that's why I'm watching. Hopefully, fingers crossed, mate, you get better soon. Hopefully. We send our love to you and our very best wishes that you could get better, because it's not nice. It's not nice, but fingers crossed for you. And I'm glad you're in the stream. Hope you get better in the near future. As Chris says, Carlisle got a good win on the road away to Leyton Orient. Even though it was meaningless, both had no to play for. Still good to have that feeling of winning a game. Well, how many games? And I was sat watching yesterday on Soccer Saturday. The amount of games that were ridiculous yesterday in terms of scorelines, in terms of matches that had nothing on the line. It's unbelievable. I think Cambridge played on Friday night, lost 5-4 to Harrogate Town, which is absolutely unbelievable. A couple of unbelievable games in the Championship yesterday, goals left, right and centre, but in the end, we will be having a few streams in the next few weeks to cover the last days of action across a few leagues. Harrison Wright says 23rd of May is when the Prem ends. It is indeed. So that weekend, I think we are looking to do a last day Premier League show. We're looking to maybe do a Bundesliga last day, a La Liga, a Serie A and a Ligue 1. So depending on what times each kind of team plays over that last 2 weeks of action, we're looking to maybe do a few last day of the season matches and covering each and every league game live, as there's a chance here for Ryan Kent on the volley from outside the box, but in the end the shot is completely wayward of goal. Run out of play for a goal kick. There's a good chance there. There was actually Jack Simpson making the run forward, flicks the ball into the box, and Ryan Kent in the end. It's one of those where if you're looking at a different angle, it might look a lot closer than it did from a different angle. And it was actually, I think the camera there was from the inside of the goal, and it was completely wayward. Not going anywhere near the goal in the end. But an early chance. With 20 minutes on the clock here. Still 0-0 in this game. But a very lively start, as you would expect, in this last Old Firm of the season. But yeah, we're hoping we can cover as many of the games in European football till the end. Especially the last days of the season. We want to cover some of the relegation battles in Serie A. We want to cover some of the top 4 fights in the Premier League. There's a chance here for Edouard, who drives into the box. Good defending in the end by Simpson, who gets a really nice, clean standing tackle on the Frenchman, who has been heavily linked with a move away to Leicester City in the last few months. But here comes Aribo, who hasn't really got many players forward with him right now. He's going to play it to Kent on the left wing, who has been a menace in his first 20 minutes. Takes on his man again. Still going Kent. Eventually lays it to Aribo. Now to Barisic, who's got a wicked cross. And a wicked cross indeed. And in the end, it does reach the path of Kamar Roof, but he's actually been adjudged to have fouled, I think, Stephen Welsh in the end. And the referee will give a free kick to Celtic. And a chance there that goes completely wayward. And I'm just seeing here, I think Ryan Kent was actually going to hit it in the end. But Aribo took the ball away from him. And yeah, I mean, Kamaru completely pushing over his man. Referee there gives the free kick as play continues on in this game. Chris saying it should have ended 4-3 to Carlisle if both teams scored their missed penalties. That win for Carlisle seals 10th place and top half finish. Progress from last season where he finished 18th but didn't reach playoffs, at least after being top start of the year. I guess the way you can look at it, Chris, is that because your form dropped off quite early into this year, that in comparison to finishing 18th last season is a massive, massive improvement. And I think if you can keep players at the club, and I know you've been signing a lot of players down to new contracts, then it is now a case of building on. And I think this next season that comes up, you will be aiming to push towards the playoff at the very least, depending on the players that you sign and who you lose in the summer window, of course. But, I mean, I'm thinking about covering the EFL last day, particularly the Championship on Saturday or Sunday, whenever it is. I think it's Saturday that they're doing the last day. But Daz asks, who do you think's going down with Sheffield United? Fulham or West Brom? It's already sorted, really, isn't it? I cannot see Fulham picking up 9 points in 12 games without Newcastle picking up a point in between and basically sealing their relegation. So I think they're down, Fulham. And West Brom are not going to make up all the points that they've dropped. So it will be Fulham and West Brom. Unless Fulham have the most amazing escape possible, then that kind of bottom three is already sorted now, and we already know who's going to go down anyway. But 22 minutes on the clock here. Celtic just going to pass around the back. Been a much better performance, I think you have to admit, in comparison to the performance that they had in the Scottish Cup already. You know, they've had many more attacking opportunities than they did in the entirety of that cup match a few weeks ago, in which neither side is actually left in that competition. It's quite funny that Rangers knocked out by a 120-minute goal from a keeper, I think from St Johnstone. But chance here for Turnbull, turns his man, tries to flick a ball with the outside of his boot, and in the end, the cross actually lands into the hands of Alan McGregor, another player who has played in so many old firms of the past and the present. As the referee here is going to give a free kick, and a yellow card is coming out here, and I think Alan McGregor is going into the book. So that is the second yellow card of the game. And that will be going to Callum McGregor in the end there. So bookings coming out as you would expect in a game like this. But not to the players that I wanted them to. I've got Morelos, Barisic, Brown and Welsh down for cards. And neither of them have got cards yet, which is a shame. But Harrison saying League 2 will be good coverage. 3 teams could win the league, and the playoffs race is really good. Well, I'm going to see what we can do for it. It might be something that we do. It might be something that I don't. I mean, being a Rotherham fan, we're going down to the last day, so I'm going to be absolutely bricking it to see what goes on the last day of action in the Championship. So I'm very, very nervous about that. Very, very nervous. But we might see if we can cover some of the leagues on the last day. But I'm not going to say anything yet until I know. Because if not, then it might be I cover the Rotherham game live on stream, and we cover the Championship and kind of look at each league as well as the actions going on. So it'd be a very busy stream, I'll tell you that for sure. But Chris saying, I'm targeting top 7 next season. We are progressing. We may have the same team as this season. We're a very good team. We can only learn from this season. We just lack a proven goal scorer. I'm greedy. I've accepted that. We are a team with progress to come. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think they probably will look to maybe get a goal scorer in. I mean, obviously losing Coyote is going to be a massive disappointment here. But chance here for Turnbull. Oh, he's in the post. What a chance. What a shot that was, and what a chance it was from David Turnbull as the bar ripples from the powerful effort from David Turnbull around about 25, 30 yards out. But chance here for Rangers to still have to do a bit of defending as McGregor flicked a ball into the path of Edouard and McGregor comes out. But it was actually El Yunusi in the end who took the shot. And I thought it was Turnbull, but what an effort it was. And Alan McGregor actually got a fingertip to it to take it onto the bar. What an incredible save from Alan McGregor. What an opportunity. And I tell you something, Mohamed El Yunusi, I said it before when we started this game, he loves the Old Firms. I think he scored once or twice this season in these Old Firm fixtures this year. and very nearly there, scored an absolute screamer in the 5th one of the season. And what a goal that would have been to open the scoring in this game. But Alan McGregor, with the slightest touch of the fingertips, got it onto the bar. As Ryan Kent looks to come forward here, he's dancing his way through, tries to play it towards Morelos, who doesn't get a touch in the end. He's been fairly quiet so far. Referee's given the advantage. Aribo on the left wing, plays it towards Ken, and he comes off Kamar Roof, and it's in! And it's a goal for Rangers, who take the lead in this Old Firm derby. And Kamar Roof, and it's drama because there's a sending off. Red card has come out as well for Celtic, and Rangers take the lead. Celtic down to 10 men. Drama in this Old Firm derby as the red card comes out. Callum McGregor is off. Unbelievable drama what's going on here. And we're just seeing the goal again, and it was the referee who played the advantage in the end, and credit to him. And just seeing Callum McGregor's challenge now, he's 100% a yellow card. He played the advantage, and credit to him because Ken took the shot on, and then Kamar Roof chests it into the back of the net. And as he's chested it in and started celebrating, the referee's walked straight up to Callum McGregor, and he's pulled the double yellow out, and he's off. Red card. Celtic down to 10, Rangers in the lead, and it turns from bad to worse in 5 seconds for the away side. Unbelievable! This is what you want to see from an Old Firm. Derbies of the highest order, and Celtic are down to 10. Unbelievable. What a start to this game. And the referee is spot on with the decision. And credit to him for playing the advantage, because he could have easily drawn that back for the free kick in the end. He didn't. He played on. He allowed them to push forward. And in the end, Celtic now down to 10 men. Rangers in the lead. And I will quickly change that so it says 1-0 on your screen. Well, this is what you want from an Old Firm derby. How are Celtic going to respond in this game as Callum McGregor, who only got a yellow card about 5 minutes ago, finds himself sent off? And just as I thought Celtic had got a chance to maybe go on in this game and potentially get something, especially with the fact that El Yunusi took on that long-range effort and hit the bar, I thought that was going to give them the confidence. But now they're man down, and Callum McGregor sent off, and that red card came in the space of 3 minutes from his first yellow in the match. So that tells you the situation. But credit to the ref, because he could have stopped it for the free kick, and he didn't. And that allowed them to go on and get the goal. And well, we asked for a red card, and we got it. And it's only half an hour in. And pressure on the line now in this game for Celtic, who are going to have to try and push forward with 10 men. And I've got a feeling that this Old Firm is not done and dusted yet. I'm kind of hoping we maybe get a few more cards in this game, a few more goals as Celtic look to come forward. Ball flicked in, and a good save from McGregor, tipped over the bar, and another chance there. And it was this time a really good opportunity. I think, I'm just looking at who whipped it in. John Joe Kenny in the end who whipped it in, and it was actually going towards goal. And it was going to go in, I think, had Alan McGregor not got a touch on the ball. Either that or it would have just tipped over the post, and the bar, sorry. And in the end, it goes out of play for a corner, which is lofted in by David Turnbull. Comes towards... Oh yeah! Goal! Edouard! And just like that, Celtic are back in the game. It's 1-1. And Edouard, the Frenchman who's been so crucial this season and in the past for Celtic, gets a goal. And this Old Firm is off to a rocker. 1-1. And it's literally a case of switching off for Rangers there. It's Christopher Ayer who gets a fantastic touch on the ball. Edouard, as you would expect a player of his quality, is in the right space at the right time inside of the box. And just like that, they have got a goal back in this game. And the 10 men of Celtic have equalled it up. It's 1-1. And what a start to this Old Firm derby we have. 2 goals, a red card, and I think we've got much more drama to come. This is what we want. This is what we want. Brilliant work from Celtic. And that's Edouard's 7th goal in 13 games. And there's a chance here for Kamar Roof, who's now got a chance. Kamar Roof puts the shot on. Rebounded from the keeper. Calls for a penalty. Referee says no. And I think Morelos here is going to go into the book with a yellow card. And look, we have got drama in this game. So much drama. No time to breathe. And it was a Crossing from Tavernier, who's had a few wicked crosses today. Kamar Roof, bodied by two defenders, Ayer and Welsh. Found it really hard to get a header on the ball, but he did in the end. It actually ricochets off Ayer back to Kamar Roof, who tries to adjust himself to take on the shot first time. He does. It goes straight into the path of Scott Bain, who rebounds it out. And then Morelos for a second thought he was going to have a chance at goal. But he did in fact foul the player. And just like that, free kick for Celtic. Had a chance to breathe, because we haven't had a chance to breathe. As I don't think the ref actually brought out a yellow card for Morelos there. So no booking for Morelos. But this game has got a long way to go. And there's a chance now for Ryan Kent. Plays the ball to Aribo inside the box. Good save from Bain. And out of play for a corner. Does that this VAR in the Scottish League? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But what an open game this is. And a chance now for Rangers to maybe score from a set piece of their own. And my bet, which was both teams to score in both halves, 2 corners each team, and 20 booking points, is now up to 30 quid cash out from a £5 bet. So I'm hoping we get a few more yellow cards in this game, which I think we will. But corner will be whipped in here by Borna Barisic. Going to come towards Morelos, who gets his head onto it. Then it comes to Goldson, who gets his head onto it, but it's blocked in the end. It's going to come back to Barisic here. Lovely work from the Croatian. Whips the ball into the box. Headed away, I think, by Stephen Welsh. Comes back though. Again, Morelos inside the box. Curls it! Oh, what a goal! What a finish from Morelos! What a strike! That is unbelievable from the El Buffalo. And it's 2-1 Rangers. What a goal! Oh, that is unbelievable. He absolutely hit that with some venom. And just like that, it's 2-1 in this game to Rangers. And that is a powerful, thunderous strike from Alfredo Morelos. What a goal in this Old Firm derby. It's 2-1. What a finish. He just took on his man and he absolutely rifled it to the near post with some venom. And I'll tell you something, there was absolutely no chance Scott Bain was going to save that. Nutmegs Scott Brown, I think, in the end. And that is an unbelievable finish from Alfredo Morelos. It's 2-1 Rangers. Celtic under pressure again. And what a game! What a game. We have some right goals in this game. And look, as we said before, Old Firms are always exciting, regardless of the fact of whether they've got anything on the line or not. This has certainly been quite the start to the afternoon. And I think we are not done yet, if I'm being honest with you. 2-1. And now there's a chance for Celtic to maybe get one in this game here. James Forrest on the right wing. In this game, which is so open right now. Forrest. Lobbed into the box by Turnbull. A little bit too heavy. And Edouard's chasing it. And it'll go out of play for a throw-in. And a chance to breathe. Chance to breathe. What a game we have. 30 minutes in. And even with Celtic down to 10 men, this is a very, very open game. Still so much to come in this match. As if Rangers can get a third, maybe before half-time, then you would be looking and thinking to yourself, Celtic are going to have a lot of work to do. But at 2-1, they are down to 10 men. They will still feel like they can get back into this. But this is a much better, I think, Old Firm than we've had in the last few. You know, we've had some good games here and there, but this has been a very lively one. And I think we've got many more goals to come, I hope. But what a start. Bernardo saying, Morelos, what a goal. It's unbelievable. What a finish. The way that he was able to nutmeg his man and then just put the ball into the net with some power. I mean, let's not forget that this man hasn't scored in Old Firm derbies before the last 2 in the league. And now he's got 2 in his last 2 as Rangers look to come forward again. Aribo outside the box, plays it to Kent, now into Barisic. What can the Croatian do? Plays it to Aribo. Now back to Kent, who's outside the box. Plays it to Glenn Kamara. Here's Davis. Lovely ball to Kamaru, takes a touch. Just outside of the box, in the middle of the pitch. Morelos goes for the long-range effort, and well, he just scored an absolute belter of a goal a few moments ago. But that would have been a very special goal, and in the end, it's saved by Scott Bain, who has had some work to do in the first 35 minutes. But fair play to him. He has done very well indeed. And wow, what a game. My cash out is still 30 quid. I think if it comes in, I get 255 quid. So I need another goal. I need Celtic and Rangers to score again in the second half. And then a few yellow cards here and there. As James Tavernier, I think, just having a few words with the referee there. He said it was a Rangers throw-in, but it's not in the end. It's actually, I think, a Celtic throw-in. So a little bit of frustration there for the former Rotherham man, James Tavernier. Absolutely loved him when we added him at Rotherham. So it's actually going to be a free kick, I think the referee's given here. And I think they're going to send the plays up. I think, yeah, Christopher Ayer's gone up. So some of the centre-backs coming forward. And this could be a really good opportunity to make it 2-2 in this game. If they can make it 2-2 before half-time, this would be brilliant. Turnbull whips the ball in. It's a really good cross into the box. Headed away by Goldson. Elyounoussi outside the box. Good defending in the end. And Stephen Davis now might be able to bring Rangers forward. Glenn Kamara goes down. Free kick. And he's actually going to bring it back, referee, again. After he played advantage. And fair play to the referee, because he has managed this game very, very well so far, considering the situation that we've got. But just seeing that goal again from Morelos, that is absolutely brilliant. The way he takes on his man, an absolutely thunderous strike from El Buffalo. And what a goal it was indeed to put Rangers into the lead. And literally as we saw Celtic get a goal instantly from Rangers' original first goal, they then get the lead once again as Tavernier whips the ball into the box, but there's no one there to gamble on it, and it'll go straight into the hands of Scott Bain. But, well, who thought we were going to get a start like this morning? We've got 8 more minutes before we reach half-time, and to be honest with you, I don't want half-time. I want us to be able to sit back and have another 45 minutes of action without the referee blowing his whistle, because this has been a high-quality first 45 minutes in this Old Firm, and I think we've got quite a bit more to come, if I say so myself. But Celtic, I will give them some credit. I think sometimes at 10 men, especially with an early send-off, you can sometimes look to maybe not shut up shop, but to be a little bit more preservative in matches and not maybe push many players forward. But they're going for it. They are pushing numbers forward in this game, and most importantly, they're giving it their all. And I think, as I said, sometimes you can be a little bit preservative down at 10 men, but it's such an open match. Even with Rangers having the extra man advantage, they are really, really giving it their all. And there's going to be a chance here for David Turnbull's corner, who whips it into the box. Back heel by Scott Brown. It's actually going to land at the feet of Ryan Kent, and now Rangers will look to drive forward. Here's Kent. Good defending by Greg Taylor, I think. And there's a chance here for Greg Taylor to come forward. Plays it into Christopher Ayer, who's on the right wing. Not really got anybody next to him to be able to do anything with the ball. He's just waiting for somebody to come and help him, which Forrest tries to. Then Greg Taylor does, but he's going to go out and play for a Celtic throw-in. And Bernaldo's off to the work for the day. Enjoy the game, all. Cheers. Have a good day at work, Bernaldo. Shame we've got to miss the rest of this game because it's been a belter, but hopefully we will see you a little bit later on tonight. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in a little bit. But throwing for Celtic here. As we enter the final few minutes of the first half, it's going to be Turnbull. Tries to flick a ball into the box. Deflected off the path of Barisic and out again for another throw-in for Celtic. Who would have thought? What a game it's been. Who would have thought we were going to get an absolute belter like this? That's for sure. Absolutely incredible game. Absolutely incredible match. Kyle say, do you think Rangers and Celtic could do well in the English League if they're to be allowed in? It's a tough question, right? Because I think... I'm going to stop for a second because Ayer's driving forward here. Still going. Oh, lovely. Forrest. Oh, what a chance it was. And James Forrest should have done so much better in my opinion. And Christopher Ayer pretty much drives about 30-40 yards forward. Plays the ball to Forrest. I thought he should have taken on the shot first time. But in the end, he takes the touch. He takes the shot on. And it's poor from James Forrest. I think he should have taken it on first time. But they will get a corner here. And I will answer your question in a second, Kyle. But lofted in by Turnbull towards the near post. It's cleared away by Morelos. And out of play for another corner. So a chance here again for Turnbull to be able to flick this into the box. Can they get an opportunity for a goal. IS calling for it. And the referee is just going to put the corner on hold for a second. I think referee's just going to have a talking to here with two of the players. One of them being Jack Simpson, one of them being Aya. Of course, Simpson already in the book today, so he needs to watch out. So Connor Goldson will mark him instead now, which is a very tactical ploy. But let's see what happens here with the corner. Ross Turnbull, going to whip it in. Comes towards Edouard, who does get a touch on the ball. And we saw him a few moments ago score from the corner. But maybe this time he just needed to have a bit more of a powerful header and we could have had a second goal for the Frenchman. But he heads it down low and into the path of Alan McGregor. Kurt's asked, can I be in one for you live stream next Tuesday for my birthday? We'll see. We will see. I'm not in the. I won't be in the stream on Tuesday. I said my next stream is Sunday, and then I won't be on the channel again till Wednesday because I'll be getting everything ready for the darts and stuff. So it depends on who's doing the stream on Tuesday, which I think it is. I think it's Kieran D who's doing it. So you'll have to see with him to see what he says, but. Looking at the game right now, 3 shots on target for Celtic, 5 shots on target for Rangers with 11 shots overall for the home side. And I think it was 7 shots for Celtic. So lots of opportunities in this game. Can we maybe have 1 or 2 more before the end of this first half? As it stands, it is an incredible, incredible first half between Rangers and Celtic. It all started off with the first goal of the game coming from Kamar Roof in the 26th minute. Then 4 minutes after that, Celtic got an equaliser courtesy of Odsonne Edouard, who headed the ball home from a corner. And then 3 minutes later, Alfredo Morelos with a thunderous quality goal into the top right-hand corner. And what a finish it was to put Rangers back into the lead in this enthralling 5th Old Firm derby of the season. And we've only got about 2.5 minutes left of the first half. As the ball is lofted long towards the path of El Yunusi. Edouard's got a touch here. There are numbers forward for Celtic. Edouard, still going. Still going, Edouard. Good tackle in the end. That is a quality tackle. I think it was Simpson who had to time the tackle perfectly in the end. And he was actually, just looking, I think it might have even been Stephen Davis. Yeah, it was. It was Stephen Davis who tracked all the way back. I thought it was Simpson at first, but Simpson was marking his man. Of course, already on the yellow card, but it was Stephen Davis who got the tackle in. And that is quality considering Edouard was at the near post. But another corner here for Celtic. Whipped in by Turnbull. Punched away by Alan McGregor. Kamara heads it away. And the referee's actually going to blow it back for a free kick anyway to Rangers. I think for a foul in the build-up while the corner was taken. I think that's Celtic's 7th corner of the match. We're not even at half-time. Unbelievable. But I think if you're John Sheridan right now, or at least the Celtic manager, I think that's his name, you're probably looking and thinking, we've played brilliant with 10 men. And we could have easily had a second goal in this game and made it 2-2. But we haven't. As Kurt Man United fans ask, what time is Man United kicking off? I think it's 4 o'clock, I think, is when that game is on. If I'm correct. Somebody else will know in the chat. As Barisic tries to lob a ball into the box towards Kamar Roof. It's nowhere near him and it's cleared in the end by Christopher Ayer. But Rangers will come back again as we go into the final 60 seconds of normal time. I think we will have maybe a few minutes added on because of the goals. And we have had a fair few free kicks and set pieces that will add up to a little bit of additional time. And Celtic, look, I think if it goes in at 2-1, which I think they'll be hoping, or 2-2 even better, then they are still well and truly in this game. But Barisic flicks a ball into the box. Comes towards the path of Tavernier. He's not going to get there in the end, but Aribo's got the ball back. And if Rangers can make it 3-1 before half-time, then they're certainly going to be in the driving seat of this game. Here's Aribo on the right wing. Going to play it back to his defender Connor Goldson, who's had a stellar season at the back for Rangers. Now into Simpson. Plays it to Borna Barisic. And the referee is not going to add any additional time on. In fact, he's going to blow the whistle 3 seconds early. But what a game it has been between Rangers and Celtic. We have had 3 goals and a red card in this match. In what has been one of the most liveliest Old Firm derbies of this year, and it all started off in the 26th minute with Kamar Roof, who had originally had a free kick given a few moments ago. The free kick was actually not given in the end. The referee allowed the advantage to be played after Callum McGregor's tackle, and eventually in the end, Kamar Roof inside the box, he was able to chest the ball into the back of the net and give Rangers a 1-0 lead. And as that advantage had been played and the goal was put into the back of the net, Callum McGregor was sent off with a double yellow. So Celtic are down to 10 men. However, the 10 men of Celtic have done very, very well indeed to get themselves still within touching distance of Rangers in this match, because 4 minutes after Kamar Roof's goal went in, Odsonne Edouard was able to bang in a fantastic goal from a corner. It was Christopher Ayer who originally got a touch on the ball. He headed it towards the Frenchman, and in the end, Edouard, with a fantastic touch, put the ball into the back of the net and got Celtic that instant equaliser, which I don't think many people would have been expecting, if we're being frankly honest with you. And then we thought maybe, was there going to be any more drama? Of course there was. 3 minutes after Celtic's equaliser, it was Alfredo Morelos with a stunner of a goal. What a finish it was. He was literally just inside the box, but in a really awkward position. He nutmegged one of the Celtic players and then absolutely put some venom into his strike. And what a goal it was to put Rangers back into the lead. But Celtic, they are not out of this game, I can tell you that for sure. There is a long way to go in this match, and hopefully there is so much more drama to come into this game, because although they are down to 10 men, they have played very, very well with 10 men for the last 20 minutes of that match. As for Rangers, they'll be hoping that they can go out there in the second half, bag a few more goals and really kill this game off. But with the way that this has panned out, I don't quite think the drama is done yet in this fixture, and hopefully, let's hope that we get a few more goals before the end of this match. And when you actually look of the stats for this game, what a brilliant game it's been. I mean, Rangers 11 shots, 5 on target already in this match. As for Celtic, they've had 7 shots, 3 on target, with 48% possession to Rangers 52%. So when you look at it in that respect, as I said, Celtic have done very well with 10 men to keep themselves structurally organised. And I think most importantly, they've done very well to go out there and just give it their all and not sit back, not be preservative, not try and counter-attack. They've tried to take it to Rangers. They got that goal back. And at the end of the day, they are still well and truly in this match. And I do see them maybe getting another goal in this game if the likes of Edouard and El Yunusi can still bang in a few and keep their consistency, because they played very well in this match so far and had a fair few opportunities of their own. However, as I said, I think Rangers, Gerrard might maybe look to get this team 1 or 2 more goals. If they can make it 3-1, 4-1, then Celtic aren't going to get back into it unless it's an unbelievable comeback. But never say never, because Old Firm derbies have had a few stellar comebacks in the past. And you never know with Celtic. As much as they've been poor this season, they can also come back at any given stage with the quality of players that they've got in the Scottish Premiership. So we'll talk a little bit more about that game in a moment, but don't forget, if you are new to the stream, as always, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription if you are new. We have got a whole host of streams to come over the next few weeks and over the rest of the day, because we don't just do football on the channel, we also do other sports as well. And talking about other sports, this is what's to come over the next day and a few. Of course, Rowan will be live a little bit later on at 2:55. You can join him for the F1, the Portuguese Grand Prix is what is on the cards a little bit later on this afternoon. Then I will be back tonight with KL for another Liga Watchalong. Monaco taking on Lyon in a Liga title decider. What a game that one is going to be. Wednesday, Thursday and Friday night, I'm back with the Premier League of Darts. We've got 3 nights before another 2-week break. You can join me for all of the action from Wednesday. And then also on Tuesday, you've got Manchester City taking on Paris Saint-Germain. That is with KD. That's on Tuesday night. Wednesday night is Chelsea taking on Real Madrid. That's going to be with Rowan, who covered the first leg. And then, of course, on Thursday, we will have the second legs of the Europa League games. Man United pretty much already through to the next round, but who is going to go through between Villarreal and Arsenal? We will have to find out on Thursday night. That will be with KD and KL. So lots of action to come in terms of footballing, lots of action to come in terms of the F1, and hopefully lots more action to come in terms of this Old Firm derby, which we will go through both teams in just a moment's time. But don't forget as well, we do have our social media pages as well. As you can see, our Twitter is @the_top corner. If you want to see when we go live, I highly recommend following that page. That's the best way to find out when we go live on social media. You can also check out our Instagram, which is _sportscorner_. We don't use that as much, but if you do want to follow it, then we do use it every once in a while to tell you guys when we're live. And then, of course, our website, thesports-corner.com. Do go and check that out. There'll be a whole host of articles going up over the next few weeks around the NFL, which Will is going to be writing. And I think we might be seeing a few other kind of articles going up in the future, football and wrestling. So I highly do recommend checking that out. In the meantime, I've got a very stiffly nose there for a second. It's not like I've even got a cold. Oh, but yeah, what a game it's been. Absolutely fantastic match between Rangers and Celtic. 3 goals and a red card in the first half. Let's take a look at the two teams and what they can maybe do in the second half to change this game up. And if you are the home team, you know, Rangers today haven't really got many players on the bench. I think when you compare it to Celtic's bench, which as you can see now, they are missing a few players from what Celtic had. But you can see they've got lots of attacking prowess on the bench. One of them being Jermaine Defoe, who I don't know if he's going to be there next season, if I'm honest with you. So maybe this could also be his last Old Firm if he was to come on in this match. Enis Hadji as well, the Romanian. He could maybe do some damage to Celtic in the second half. He usually does come on in these types of fixtures. So I do expect him to come on at some point. Cedric Itten is on the bench as well. He's another player that we can maybe see come on a little bit later on into the game. But in terms of Rangers bench, they are lacking a few options today. The likes of Wright, Stewart and King on there as well. Good opportunity for them maybe to come on for an Old Firm derby. As for Celtic, you can see their bench is a little bit more full and full of pretty decent players. Ryan Christie being one of them that I think I would pick out to maybe come on in this game at a later stage. You know, he's got bags of pace. Of course, Albion Ajeti and Griffiths, the two strikers, we could maybe see one of those come on, and I think it's probably more likely that Lee Griffiths comes on over Albion Ajeti. I think Ajeti, he's not really done amazing, has he, at Celtic? Since he joined the club, he's kind of struggled a little bit, in my personal opinion. Lee Griffiths has not been the same player in terms of his scoring capabilities, but I do maybe think we could see someone like him come on in this match. He has plenty of Old Firm experience, and it would be very interesting if he could maybe bag another Old Firm goal to his name, because we haven't seen him bag one in the Old Firm derby for quite a while. In fact, I can't actually remember the last time he scored one. Maybe if you're a Celtic fan, you'll know a little bit more about me. Do tell me the last time that Lee Griffiths did get a goal in this fixture, because it does feel like quite a while ago when he got that. But yeah, I mean, for me, the first half has been fantastic. As I said earlier in the stream, somebody asked me, I think it was Daz, he asked me what bets I'd got on. One of my bets is doing awful. It was a yellow card bet, which involved Morelos, Barisic, Brown and Welsh all getting cards. None of them have. Something tells me that Scott Brown is going to not get a card in this game, because it's his last Old Firm and he'll want to keep a nice record of not getting a card in this final match. But my other bet is doing fantastically. Both teams to score in both halves. That's already happened in the first half. Let's hope Celtic can get another and Rangers get a third in this game. 2 corners for each team in each half. Rangers had 2 in that first half. Celtic had 7. So Celtic certainly making the most of the corners in the first half there. And then 20 booking points each team. So I only need 1 more yellow card for Rangers and 1 more yellow card for Celtic. So we're right now sat on a £28 cash out. If that was to come in, that would be £255, which would be lovely, if I say so myself, if that was to come in. But we'll have to see when the second half of that match takes place. But I'm going to take a quick moment's break. Don't forget, of course, you can leave a like and subscription on the channel as always. And you might have already noticed on the stream that there is a join button. It has been there for a little bit of a while now, but for you dedicated viewers, you long-term ones that maybe want some extra content on the channel, Then we did launch Sports Corner Premium a few weeks ago. This is what Sports Corner Premium will bring for you if you want to join today with our subscription. Take a look at this. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for this press conference today. Now, you're probably wondering why I have announced this press conference at half-time of your stream. And first of all, I want to say, on the Sports Corner, for months now, we have been thinking of introducing a premium service for our loyal viewers, where you guys can pay a small fee to get involved with a whole host of exclusive bonus features and content that other viewers can't get. And I am today, as the manager of the Sports Corner, delighted to announce that the Sports Corner Premium is now available on our YouTube channel. Now, I've got people on this side of the room, some journalists asking me how much is it going to cost, and I can tell you it's only going to cost you £4.99 a month, and there'll only ever be one level so everybody can get involved for the right price. And there's a few journalists on this side of the room also asking me, well, what features do you get as part of your subscription? And I can tell you, my friend, that some of the features will involve exclusive badges, which are based on tiers, and you will get new badges based on your 1st, 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th and 24th month as part of our Sports Corner Premium package. And that does involve in your 24th month getting a very exclusive Sports Corner Gold badge that only a few will get into that exclusive club. Could you be the first? And then also, we will be doing some exclusive streams on our channel. These will involve new podcasts available for our members, as well as darting streams where I'll play some of you guys on our live streams. On top of gaming streams, these will involve sport-orientated games, including the likes of FIFA and Football Manager. But those streams will only be available to our members for £4.99. There'll be a range of other big features that we'll be announcing in the coming months that will be in our community section of the channel. And we'll also have, of course, other features. These will involve playing some of you guys in FIFA and darts when we're not live, as well as also giving you the option of having a few shouts outs on stream. So don't forget, £4.99 is all that you need to pay for exclusive Sports Corner Premium package. Why not be the first to join today? And who knows, you could be the first to get the Sports Corner crown. So thank you, everybody, for attending my press conference. I'm out. So there's a look at Sports Corner Premium. As I said, we're going to kind of focus a lot more on that when we do come into the football break. There'll be a lot of different content, of course. We're going into that period where we will have the Euros. But, you know, in between we are going to have a little bit of time where we don't have no football and where we don't have the Euros either. So we are going to look to maybe use those points to capitalise on Sports Corner Premium. So if you do want to join today, the option is there on the table. Just click the join button and you can join us with a monthly subscription for a whole host of exclusive content and exclusive badges. You might have seen Reeds at the beginning of the stream. He's got an exclusive badge. He gets a tiered subscription. The higher, of course, you go with the tiered subscription, the better badge that you get. But either way, that is half time, pretty much done and dusted. I actually quickly just went to go and check on Sky Bet because my web Sky Bet is having a nightmare, so I'm not even like looking at it. The cash out is actually 34 quid, so it is actually a little bit more than what it was saying online. I kind of want to win. I would love to win 250 quid. That'd be very nice indeed, but I need a few more cards, a few more corners, and a few more goals because it's been an absolutely fantastic game so far. If you did miss the first half, once again, to quickly run you through it, it all started with the first goal of the game, which came from Kamar Roof. It was originally what was going to be a free kick given for Rangers. The referee played the advantage from McGregor's foul, and in the end, the advantage paid off for Rangers. Ball flicked into the box, which Kamar Roof actually chested into the goal. And then as Kamar Roof was celebrating, the referee brandished a second yellow for Callum McGregor, who was sent off just 3 minutes after getting his first yellow card in the game, and a very reckless afternoon of action for the Scottish midfielder who was sent off, and Celtic went down to 10 men with 20 minutes left of the first half. However, the 10 men of Celtic were able to get themselves straight back into the game just 4 minutes after Kamar Roof's goal. It was a corner for Celtic which was flipped into the box, and it was Christopher Ayer who got a header onto the ball, played it into the path of Edouard, who smacked it into the back of the net, and Celtic got themselves the equaliser. And then just as we thought we weren't going to see any more drama, of course we were. It's an Old Firm. Where have you been? You know that these Old Firm games are absolutely ludicrous because Alfredo Morelos, with the thunder cunt of a goal, I think is the best way to put it, an absolute strike and a half from El Buffalo, who put Rangers back into the lead in this game. But the question is, Is there any more drama to come as James is in the building? Please, James, give us the 3 points on Tuesday. We bloody need them. Thank you very much. How are you doing anyway? Hope you're all good. As we get underway with the second half of action in this Old Firm derby, we just had 45 minutes of mind-boggling action in Scotland. The real question is, are we going to see the same drama that captivated us just for the first 45 minutes, or are we going to see a captivating classic for 90? That's the question on everybody's lips. If you're a Rangers fan, you're praying, you are hoping that you can go out there and kill this game off with the extra man advantage. And if you are most importantly Celtic, you are praying that you can get back into this game and most importantly get yourself a goal that would put you right back into the mix in this match. As we get underway with this fixture, the second half, Rangers taking on Celtic. I need some early yellow cards and some early goals and corners. And maybe that cash out will go from 34 quid up to the hundreds. That'd be very nice indeed. But we're underway. Are we going to get any more red cards? We'll have to see. But look, brilliant first half. As Tavernier whips the ball into the box. Oh, well, I'll tell you something. We asked for an early goal. Christopher Ayer nearly putting the ball into the back of his own net. Came off his left foot into the path of Scott Bain. And in the end, very nearly put the ball into the back of the net. But James says, after what happened against Borough, we need the 3 points against both Rotherham and QPR. No, you don't. You don't need the 3 points. You don't need any. You're safe. You haven't got playoffs. You don't need 3 points. Just give them to us. We need the points more than you do. No, honestly, jokes aside, should be a good match Tuesday night. Should be a good match. But yeah, that was very risky there from Christopher Ayer. Had that got into the back of the net, that would have been the perfect start for any Rangers fan if they'd got a goal. But here comes Kamara. Going to play the ball into Ryan Kent, who was very, very lively in that first half. Played very, very well indeed. He'll be hoping he can get a few goals, or at least a goal, in this second half to his name. And Morelos, who already got a goal in the match, he might be looking for a second in this game. Here's a Rebo, though. As Rangers look to start on the front foot. Lee Thompson saying put Shane Duffy on so we can all have a laugh. Well, who knows, maybe. We'll have to see. But here's Tav. He was looking to try and dance into the box. And in the end, good defended by, of all people, El Yanusi, who'd come back to do a bit of defending. As Carl's put, I'm going to head out. I'm going to go at something for a good while. To you and all, enjoy the rest of the game stream and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, Kyle. As always, you legend, hopefully we'll see you a little bit later on tonight. Thought it should be another good game. And take care as always. And have a good rest of your day. As Rangers fans will be up in their day. Continues in fine fashion. Belgrade is saying, Kate Middleton. Oh, here's Tav on the ball. Plays it to Joe Rebo. Back to Tav again. As Rangers will look to do what Celtic did in that first 5 minutes of the first half. And dominate possession. And put themselves on the front foot. Here's a Rebo. Good defending by El Yanusi again. He's been really good at the defending in the first few minutes of this second half. Now here's Morelos. Into Ryan Kent. Touch a little bit heavy there from Kent. So it will come to Barisic. Now into Glenn Kamara. About 30 yards out from goal. Here's Morelos. Tries to dink the ball towards Kamaru. Good touch in the end by Christopher Ayer. But Rangers have got the ball back again here. And they'll be really hoping that they can get that nice early third goal in this game. And just kill it off. But they're not going to yet. As Greg Taylor gets the ball back to Scott Bain. Who hoofs it up the pitch. And makes sure that Rangers do not get a margin of a lead. Because it's a very slender margin right now, isn't it? I think that's the best way to put it. I think if you make it 2 goals, Celtic are going to have to put a lot of work into it. And they've actually lost a man. So it's always going to be tough for them to go out there and get something in this game with the lesser man advantage. But they've marshalled it very well so far. And it'll be interesting to see if they can marshal another 45 minutes without Rangers getting a goal in this game. But this first 5 minutes have been all Rangers. Here's Barisic on the left wing. Plays it to Kent. He's just going to hold the ball here. Davis. Plays it into Aribo. Lets it go to Tav. He tries to flick the ball into the box towards Kamaru. Comes back to Stephen Davis. Who plays it to Bona Barisic. Lofted into the box. Headed away by Ayer. And back to Rangers again. And the pressure is going to be largely on Celtic. I wonder if maybe the game plan changes here. Whether they maybe look to defend for large parts of the second half, Celtic, and hit on the break. I think the way that they played the first half out is how they should play the second half. That you've got to take it to Rangers. You can't allow them to hold the ball, or else they will get a goal in the end. And I would assume, if you were to actually look at the stats for the first 5 minutes of possession, it would probably be about 90%, maybe more, to Rangers. I can't remember, really, Celtic having a touch of the ball. Here's Kent, into Davies. Now into Kamara. Plays the ball out onto the left wing to Barisic, who will look to take on his man. He does. Flicks the ball into the box. Comes towards Kamaru. It's headed away in the end by Stephen Welsh, but only as far as Bona Barisic, who's got the ball back once again. Here's Glenn Kamara. Into Joe Rebo. Takes a very good touch of the ball. Did actually look for a second to see whether he was offside or not, but he's on. Barisic. Who's the ball again into the box, but this time it is Stephen Welsh who gets a touch on the ball. And once again, it's back to Rangers. Here's Davis. Chance to feed Morelos. Takes the touch, but he's offside, and I think he knew he was offside in the end, as he took the touch and pretty much just stopped anyway. So I think he knew he was offside in the end, but just seeing the chance again now and seeing... Yeah, he was offside and he knew he was off in the end, which is why he stopped himself. But a lot of pressure there that Rangers put on Celtic. Didn't really use it as well as I think they should have. I think had that chance or that pass just been a little half a second earlier, then maybe we could have been sat here saying Morelos has grabbed his second of the game and it's 3-1 at the home side. But Celtic going to have to try and weather the storm here. Or maybe see if they can do the same to Rangers. Because this first 6 minutes has been all the home side. And they're just struggling a bit here. He's Scott Bain on the ball. Going to have to just hoof it up the pitch. And in the end, it'll go out of play, I believe, for a Rangers throw-in. And this is a completely different start to the second half for the away team than it was in the first. Because we saw in that first half, that early 5-10 minute spell, they dominated the match, possession-wise. And they just wasn't able to get anything in the end. As Belgrade says, greetings from Belgrade. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're all good. Hope you're all good indeed. So Rangers on the ball again. Surprise, surprise. I really want Sky to bring up the stat of how much possession they've had in the opening section of this second half. Because there's probably been about 5 or 6 passes from Celtic. Here comes Tav. Plays the ball to Aribo. He's just outside the box. Now to Ryan Kent on the right-hand side. Kent. Oh, takes on his man. Lovely from Kent. Dinked in towards the path of Kamaru. And in the end, the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. And I thought that original ball was actually guided towards Alfredo Morelos. But seen it again. Good step over. And in the end, I thought Morelos was going to gamble on the ball. I think he knows that Kamaru's behind him. So he kind of just leaves it for him. But in the end, just seeing Kamaru's header again, he's been bullied pretty much by Christopher Ayer. So it was always going to be a tough task to get something on that to take it towards goal. And he goes out of play for a goal kick. But here comes Celtic for the first time in the second half. It's going to be Greg Taylor on the left-hand side. Plays it into El Yunusi. He's playing a much deeper role in the second half. We've seen him come back quite a bit in this game. So I wonder if he's just been told to maybe cover some of the sections that have been left by Callum McGregor. They're very nearly, nervous mistake there from Alan McGregor. Very nearly played the ball into the path of El Yunusi. And in the end there, just half a yard wide of his man. And it very nearly actually takes it away from him. But here comes Celtic again. It's going to be John Joe Kenny. Just holding the ball, waiting for an opportunity to come. It has been a little bit of a stale second half so far. Can lighten up at any second. As Rangers look to drive forward again, it's Kamaru, long ball into Morelos. He's up against Christopher Ayer, which he gets the ball. And so unlucky there from Morelos. He saw the run of Tav, who looked to continue his run forward to striker, and in the end, the Colombians pass just a little bit too weak to the former Rotherham man. And Celtic will now break forward. Here's El Yunusi, who's going on his own. Plays it to Edouard, who tries the curling shot. Good block in the end by Connor Goldson. And it'll come back to Celtic. It's going to be with James Forrest. Now to Kenny. Back to Forrest again, who's been a little bit quiet in this game. Can he do something here? Lobs it into the box. Oh, it was a brilliant chance. I thought it was a goal. That's as close as they're going to get. Oh, what a chance it was. And it was Ross Turnbull. I thought they'd got the goal. It was brilliant work there from James Forrest. He took on his man. Flicked a ball to Ross Turnbull. And he has to put that in the back of the net, in my opinion. It's flicked towards the near post. He gets a really, really good touch on the ball. But I tell you something. He has to put that in the back of the net. And somehow, we're not sat here saying it's 2-2. That's poor from Ross Turnbull. Absolutely poor. Had way too much space there for Rangers' liking. And Ross Turnbull should have done so much better. So much better there. And it's a little bit of a let off the hook, I guess you could say, for Rangers in that situation. The first real chance Celtic have had of this second half. And it very nearly ended up with the first goal of the second half in this game. And you can see Celtic, they are going to have more chances in this game. You know, at some point, they're going to test Alan McGregor in the goal. More than once, you would expect. As Kirsty Stanton says, let's go. 2-1, 2-1, come on. I'm guessing you're a Rangers fan. We'll have to see what happens, though, as we've got about 35 minutes left of this game. Still 2-1 with that red card for Celtic. Don't forget, if you're an F1 fan, a little bit later on, in about 2 hours' time, less than 2 hours, we have got the F1 Portuguese Grand Prix live watch-along. That's going to be with Rowan at about 5 to 3, with the race starting at 3 o'clock. So do not miss out on that if you are an F1 fan and you want to keep up to date with the Portuguese Grand Prix a little bit later on, as there's a chance now here for Rangers to come forward. Here's Ken outside the box, plays it into the path of Kamar Roof. Now to Borna Barisic. This could be a brilliant chance. Numbers in the box. Barisic lofts it towards the path of Kamar Roof. Brilliant goal from Rangers. And just like that, Rangers have a margin in this game. It's 3-1 and it's Kamar Roof again. And it was a brilliant, brilliant cross from Borna Barisic. And Kamar Roof gets his second of the game, and it was a brilliant, brilliant, well-worked goal. And the instant minute that ball was played to Barisic, I said there were numbers in the box, and it was Kamar Roof who originally played the ball into Borna Barisic. He continued his run into the box, and that's the man he was exactly looking to pick out. Makes the run forward, the Jamaican striker. He gets his head onto the ball. He puts it right into the bottom left-hand corner. Maybe Scott Bain in this situation will think he could do a little bit better, but I thought it was a quality header from Kamar Roof. And Rangers have a 2-goal lead with half an hour to go in this game. And what a lovely celebration from Kamar Roof with a composed finish. 3-1 to Rangers. Super Rangers, as Flackensis football even, has put in the chat. And that is the goal that Rangers needed, especially with their dominance in the opening sections of this second half. And now, how are Celtic going to respond? Because they've got the goal, Rangers, they needed. Can they get a few more on the board, Rangers? Can they take it even further away from Celtic and make it an embarrassing result? Because, you know, if Celtic can get something back, get a goal in the game, make it 3-2, then there will still be a few doubts in the mind on whether Rangers are going to be able to hold on to that. But again, I think they'll win this game. And we are actually going to see some changes for Celtic. One of them is going to be Ryan Christie. We'll see the other changes in just a few moments' time. But with half an hour left, they're going to have to go for it now, Celtic. They need 2 goals to draw, 3 goals to win, or else Rangers are going to continue their unbeaten streak in the league this season. Because as it stands, in the league, they are 36 games in. They haven't lost a single one. They've won 30 out of the possible 36. Only conceded 13 goals, which is unbelievable this season for Rangers. Quality season. In fact, I believe they're on course to finish with 100 plus points. So this will be Scott Brown's final Old Firm, and he's coming off in this game. And Scott Brown, who has been a servant of the highest order in these fixtures, he has brought so many incredible moments to these Old Firm derbies, but unfortunately he will not be bringing a crucial moment into this game as he comes off the pitch and Sorrow and Christie come on as Brown and Forrest come off the pitch. But I mean, Scott Brown, the pantomime villain you could say of these Old Firm derbies, will not be taking part in the Old Firms anymore after today, and very unfortunate for him that it looks like his last Old Firm is going to be ending in defeat with a 60-minute substitute. Well, Kamar Roof is on for a hat-trick in this game. With about half an hour to go of this match. 2-1 it was at half-time. 3-1 now in this game. As Morelos looks to drive Rangers forward here to get a fourth. And somehow, for a second there, ball was still in play. I don't know how that was kept in play, but Celtic going to come forward here now. Ball flicked long towards El Yunusi, who's actually going to get the ball in the end. But what a long half an hour this could be for Celtic unless they get something very, very quick in this game. And you'd hope that Sorrow and Christie can maybe be two of the players that could make a difference in this match and get Celtic that all-important goal in the game. Here is Rangers, though, at the halfway line. Giving the ball away, Stephen Davies. Here's Sorrow. Going to play into Christopher Ayer. And 4 goals in this match. Harrison writes in, if Rangers played well and Celtic being poor, not watched the second half. For about the first 10 minutes, Rangers had pretty much 90% of the ball, Harrison. Celtic, yeah, they've not played great in the second half. Rangers have been much better. And the goal was quality. Really good crossing from Borna Barisic. Kamar Roof, who originally passed the ball to Barisic for the cross, made a good marauding run forward and got his header into the back of the net. But much, much better from Rangers. And if it continues like this, you can see Rangers make it maybe, I'm going to say maybe, making it 4 or 5. But all Celtic need is that one goal here. Make it 3-2 and you're back in the match. In fact, if anything, you kind of hope that Rangers get a man sent off, because then it's 10v10. But chance now for Morelos. He's got a brilliant chance. He's going to have an opportunity to go for own goal here. He's up against Christopher Ayer, takes on the shot. Scott Bain parries it. Christopher Ayer clears it. And a corner for Rangers. And that was a brilliant, brilliant chance there. And the referee's going to brandish a yellow card for El Yunusi, who goes into the book for the original foul, which the referee played on, and credit to him. Again playing on with the advantage. But Morelos takes on the shot just from, I think, the inside of the box. And fair play. Really good effort in the end. And ultimately, El Yunusi will go into the book, as we said, for that original foul, pulling in the shirt a few moments ago as Rangers hit on the break. But Rangers will have a corner here. And just maybe a chance to make it 4-1. Kamar Roof hoping to get a hat-trick. He's played short this time. Lofted into the box by Barisic towards the near post. Trying to get it towards the path of Kamar Roof and Connor Goldson. But in the end, the referee is actually going to bring it back for a free kick. Connor Goldson believed to have judged to have fouled Christopher Ayer. And referee there going to be giving that as a free kick. And yet, I mean, there's not much in it. I'm not going to lie. There isn't much in it at all. But I think Ayer just landed a little bit awkwardly. Did kind of allow the referee to give that as a free kick. But I need one more yellow card for Rangers. I need Celtic to score. And I need one more corner for Rangers, 2 for Celtic for 250 quid. So come on, guys. A few more goals would be nice in this game. But we're going to have a goal kick here. Scott Bain to take it. Half an hour left. And what has no doubt probably been the most enjoyable Old Firm of the season. As I said in the first game, not the first game, but as I said in the last game that we watched, the 1-1 draw was okay. The 2-0 win in the Cup was expected. Shame it wasn't a little bit more exciting. But this one has had a little bit of everything. As Rangers look to push numbers forward now to get a fourth. Here is Tav. Tries to flick a ball into the box. Comes off Greg Taylor. And out for another corner. And that is Celtic's... that's Rangers' second corner of the game, which means even better for me. Rangers have got the 2 corners now, I needed. I just need Celtic to get a few on the board. And it'll be Tav who takes it. I think they wanted to play it short to Ryan Kent. A few complaints from Tav. I don't know what he's complaining about. I think it's some of the players being a little bit too close. But we'll have to see. So James Tavernier whips the ball into the box. Comes towards the near post. Headed away. But it'll come to Glenn Kamara, who's just outside the box. Now to the El Buffalo on the left wing inside the box. Plays it towards Kent, who hits the shot low. Slight deflection on Rebo's shot. And out of play, I think, for another corner for Rangers. And I just want to see who it came off in the end. It was a decent little effort from Ryan Kent. Hit the shot low into the ground. Very powerful effort. Came back to Rebo, hit it on the volley. And it came off, I think, Greg Taylor. And out of play for the corner. So another chance here for Tab to whip this into the box. And this will be Rangers, I think, 4th corner of the second half. And we've only had 20 minutes. So lots of corners in this game. Can they make the most of this one? It's going to be Tav who plays it in. Lofted into the box. Headed away by Sorrow. But back to the path of Stephen Davis. Here's Kent. Now into Tav on the right wing. Another ball whipped into the box. It's a low-driven one this time, but there's no one there, and it will go straight into the hands of Scott Bain, who has had a hell of a lot of work to do in this first 20 minutes. And a hell of a lot of work to do in the last hour. As we just see Stephen Gerrard watching on. And what a performance his side have put in today. Very, very well organised, as you would expect them to be in this game. Done very, very good indeed. And they'll be able to get maybe a few more goals in this game. But here comes Celtic. It's going to be Elyounoussi. Trying to play it into Christie. Doesn't get it in the end. Ball played back to Alan McGregor, who just chips the ball out of play. And out for a Celtic throw-in. And I wonder if Celtic will maybe make a few more attacking changes soon, because Edouard has been a little bit quiet in this first 20 minutes. So has Elyounoussi. But I guess there's not really much you can do when you are down to 10 men. Although saying that first 20 minutes of the first half, when they were down to 10 men, you could arguably say they played not as good football as Rangers, but we're giving their all. But here's a chance now for Rangers to come forward. It's a 4-on-3. 3 Rangers plays forward with 4 Celtic defenders. Morelos on the right wing tries to flick a ball into the box. Doesn't get to anyone in the end. It's actually deflected off Christopher Ayer. And out of play, I think, for a Rangers goal kick. Sorry, Rangers throw-in, even not goal kick. Definitely wouldn't be a goal kick when they were attacked. So Tav takes it, quickly taken into Joe Rebo. Now to Tav. Really poor in the end from Rebo. But they've got another throw-in somehow out of that. And even worse there from Kent, because he wasn't watching, but somehow still got the ball back, Rangers. Although it will come back to Celtic here with 25 minutes of this game left. Rangers 3, Celtic 1. With the away side down to 10 men. Callum McGregor sent off after 2 yellow cards in the space of 3 minutes. Forced the referee into sending him off. And credit to the ref, he's played this game out brilliantly well. Like really, really well. He's played it perfectly. He's allowed the advantages to be played in the right situations. He's kept control of the game. And there's been a really good flow to this match. Which is not something usual. I think that a lot of these types of old firms are very stop-start, a lot of fouls, a lot of tackles, but this has been played at a very good pace. As Daz has just put, this is my bet: Arsenal to beat Newcastle, Liverpool to beat United, Tottenham to beat Sheffield, Wolves to beat West Brom, West Ham to beat Burnley, £1 stake, £38 back. That's not too bad. Although, watch out with Burnley, because they've become another animal. The instant minute Burnley are safe in the Premier League, they turn it up a notch. So watch out with them. Because you never know against West Ham. As much as West Ham are higher up in the league. There's a chance here for Edouard, who's inside the box. Chance for the Frenchman. Edouard takes it on, and it's a P-roller in the end. And I think it has gone out of play for a Celtic corner, if I'm correct. But really good work there from Edouard. I thought he should have maybe got a little bit more power in the shot. Kind of gambles on what to do. And it does actually come off Connor Goldson and out of play for a corner. So maybe a chance here from a set piece for Celtic to get something back in this game, which they so desperately need. With 20 minutes left of the match, it's going to be Turnbull who takes on the corner. What can Turnbull do here? So Turnbull whips it in. Needs to be a good cross. Headed away by Morelos. And out of play for another corner. So there's the 2 corners for Celtic as well. Come on, we need a few yellow cards. 1 card for Rangers and a goal for Celtic as the corner's played short this time from Turnbull. Comes back to him again. Dinked in, but only into the hands of Alan McGregor. And a very comfortable save for McGregor it is indeed. As my cash out is now 31 quid. I've got 20 minutes for Celtic to get a goal and Rangers to get a yellow card. Is there a chance? Is there a chance? Or is it worth taking the 30 quid and running? We let it ride. We let it ride. We'll give it another 10 minutes. Here's Tav. Plays it into Ryan Kent. At the edge of the box. Takes on his man as he always does. Back to James Tavernier again. Ball flicked into the box towards the near post. And there's a real mess at the back there for a second. And Kamar Roof, who was gambling to get his hat-trick in this game, just wasn't able to get a touch on the ball, or a definitive touch at the very least. And I'm just seeing it now. It was right into the perfect area for the Jamaican. Or Englishman. I think he's Jamaican these days. But he's actually alright defending from Christopher Ayer and John Joe Kenny, who just keep close to the man. And in the end, just stopped Kamaru from being able to get anything on. But here comes El Yunusi. Going to switch the play into the path of John Joe Kenny. Now to Ryan Christie. Back to Turnbull. Kenny's got the ball back here. Flicked it towards Edouard, but it's a really poor cross in the end. And Rangers had got the ball back for a second. But good work there from, I think it was Christie who actually got the ball back. And Celtic will look to press again. They really need a goal in this match. 3-1 as it stands. If they could get a goal back in the next 5 minutes, make it 3-2, then it would make for a very exciting end to the game. As the ball's whipped into the box, but good defending from Goldson, who just sticks a foot out and makes sure that the ball doesn't get anywhere near any Celtic players in the box. And Kent will now drive forward as this game gets a little bit more, not end to end, but a little bit more exciting. Here's Barisic. Now into Kamara, who's just inside the box on the left wing. Plays it to Davis. Flicks a ball. Well, I mean, he tried to flick a ball into the box, but in the end, it's absolutely nowhere near anyone. And he does go out of play for a very, very cheap goal kick. And, I mean, it's not been as exciting as it the second half. But I think because Celtic got the card, it was never going to be as exciting as it was with 11v11. But I just feel like, as I said, get something before the 70, around about the 80th minute. You make it 3-2. Then it becomes just a little bit more exciting. You feel like you then maybe have got a chance of getting back into this game and scraping a point out of it. But they've got to get something soon, because the longer that this game goes on, the more likely Rangers will feel that they can get a fourth and really kill this game off altogether and give Celtic no chance of an opportunity, as there's a free kick given here. Stephen Davies fouling El Yunusi, and both players just having a bit of a laugh on the floor there, a bit of a chuckle with the foul. And free kick given here in a very decent position for Celtic. And I was about to say, you'd assume they bring up the centre-backs in this situation, which they have done. And it will be actually Turnbull, who's been pretty alright on his set pieces so far, who whips this into the box. He'll be hoping that this set piece is perfectly placed into the likes of a Stephen Welsh or a Christopher Ayer for them to put it into the back of the net. So Turnbull whips it in, and it's not the greatest cross at the end. McGregor punches it away, a really good punch in the end, but Kenny gets the ball back, tries to play it into Ross Turnbull, and he's actually fouled Stephen Davis in the end, and it will be a free kick for Rangers. And a little bit of a waste, you feel, there for Celtic, just as we're beginning to build a little bit of pressure. In the end, they've just kind of given the ball away very cheaply. And referee, of course, played, again, a very good decision. As I think Celtic are looking to make another change in this game. They've got 15 minutes, or just a little bit more than 15 minutes, to get 2 goals. It would be quite an unbelievable Old Firm comeback, wouldn't it? Considering they're down to 10 men. But there are a few players warming up for Celtic, from what I've seen. And one player looking ready to come on, as I think they're just organising the board. And yeah, we are going to see that change now. So, chance here, with 15 minutes left for a striker change. It'll be Odson Edouard who comes off the pitch, and the Frenchman who has bagged a goal in this game comes off. And what an opportunity this is for Mikey Johnston. I assume this is a fairly young kid who probably hasn't played in many, if not any, old firms. So what an opportunity this is for Mikey Johnston up top. Maybe he can make an instant impact and get himself a goal in this game, as I believe we've just been given a Celtic free kick, which the referee does give, and it's played pretty quickly. Can Johnston get a goal? Can he be the hero? The unlikely hero, I think, is probably the best way to put it. As he tries to get his first touches on the ball. Chance, though, for the ball to be lofted into the box from Turnbull. Doesn't get it into the end. Good defending from Tavernier, and it's going to be Greg Taylor who takes the throw in here with 15 minutes left. Time is of the essence if you're a Celtic fan. Here's Elyounoussi. Might be a chance here for Greg Taylor, who's still got the ball. He's at the corner flag, pretty much being bodied, and it will actually be a Celtic throw-in the end. Last touch coming off of Joe Aribo. But everybody is pretty much very, very tight on all the Celtic players. It's very hard right now for the away team to get any passes going or any movement going with our Rangers are defending. But here is a real waste of a throw-in. And the instant minute Greg Taylor had taken the throw-in and tried to give it, I think, into the path of... I think it was actually Mikey Johnston who come a little bit forward. He can't in the end. As we are going to get a change now. Another change here for Rangers this time with 15 minutes left. And I think it's another attacker coming on, as there's going to be a free kick given here for Rangers. Elyounoussi fouling Aribo. Remember, he's already on a yellow card, but the referee going to give him the benefit of the doubt in this situation and continue on the match. Long ball lofted towards Kamal Roof, out of play for a goal kick. Another chance that goes wide. As Rangers will probably make that change in the second. Borna Barisic, though, has gone down with an injury. And this doesn't look too good for the Croatian, who's played very, very well in this match so far. Been a very, very instrumental player to this game. And just seeing what it was, and it wasn't even a foul or anything. It's as he's gone to kind of cross the ball into the path of Kamar Roof. I wonder if his hamstring's gone as he's gone to flick the ball, which is not good at all. So we might actually have maybe two changes for Rangers. And we are going to have the change. So Borna Barisic is going to have to come off. And it looks like the stretcher's going to have to come out here for Borna Barisic. So not the change you really want to be making here if you're Steven Gerrard. But we are going to see a change. And I wonder if we will see the attacking change, because it's looking like, I think Alfredo Morelos was originally going to come off in this situation. But maybe now that might change the substitution that Gerrard makes. Or maybe he might make two instead. We'll have to see in a few moments. But as we do have a bit of an injury break, don't forget, if you are new to the stream, we've got a whole host of watch-alongs still to come on the channel today. So if you are new, you have enjoyed the watch-along, and then don't forget to leave a like and a subscription on the channel. Coming up at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, you can join Rowan for the F1. He'll be covering the Portuguese Grand Prix. That's going to be live from around about 5 to 3. As Borna Barisic has actually got back up on his feet. And then a little bit later on tonight, you could join myself and KL. What a game that's going to be. Liga title race. PSG and Lille both picking up points this weekend. Monaco need to pick up points or they are out of the title race. Lyon might have a slight chance to put themselves back into it. But who knows, we'll have to find out. That's a little bit later on tonight from around about 5 to 8. But as much as Borna Barisic has got himself back up onto his feet, he will not be taking no further part in this game, and we will see a change. Borna Barisic coming off, Scott Wright coming on. And we're not actually going to see the attacking change that was originally made, or scheduled at least, for Rangers. But here's a chance for Celtic to come forward. Here's Greg Taylor on the left wing. Now Elyounoussi. Might be an opportunity for Celtic now to kind of drive the ball down the right-hand side and put pressure on Wright. See if maybe they can catch him out while he just starts to get himself into this Old Firm derby. Here's Ayer, making a marauding run forward. Oh, lovely from Ayer. Ayer! Oh, what a chance that would have been. That was another one of those opportunities where he'd made a run pretty much all the way up the pitch. He started in his own half and kept running. And in the end, the shot was just pretty poor in the end. But what a goal, and what a chance that would have been. He took on, I think, 4 or 5 Rangers players in the build-up. What a goal that could have been. Real shame for him there, because I thought for a second we were about to get an absolute screamer of a goal from the Norwegian centre-back. But ultimately, it doesn't come to anything as we go into the last 10 minutes of action. Still 3-1 to Rangers in this game. Can they make it 4? Here's Ryan Kent. Into Kamaru. Back to Kent, who takes on the shot from outside the box first time. And in the end, it goes straight into the hands of Scott Bain, who makes a very comfortable save. But a really neat 1-2 between Kent and Kamaru. It would have been nice if that had come off. Can Celtic turn up the pace? We've got 10 minutes left. I assume we'll get a few minutes of additional time because of the Borna Barisic injury. So that will give them a little bit of confidence, but they need to get something soon, or else they will be losing this game. And it will be another massive victory for Rangers as they look to finish the Scottish Premiership season unbeaten, which would be incredible for them. Absolutely incredible. Here's Scott Bain. He's going to flick the ball up the pitch. And I wonder if we maybe will see Leigh Griffiths or someone come on in the next few minutes. We are actually going to see a change for Rangers though. Enis Hadji ready to come on. The actual son of the legend Georgie Hadji. And what an opportunity this will be for him as well. He's played in a few Old Firm derbies since he joined Rangers from the Belgian League. In fact, I believe he scored in 1 or 2 of them. But there might be a chance here for Celtic to score. Here comes Johnston. Ball flicked into the box. Comes towards El-Yunusi, who gets his head onto it. But in the end, the Norwegian found himself in a really awkward position inside the box to try and head the ball down, and it doesn't come to anything. As Emma's just asked who's injured, Borna Barisic had to come off. So he got substituted off. Not on a stretcher, though. I feel like he might have maybe kind of not torn his hamstring, but pulled it a little bit. He's gone to whip a ball into Kamaru, and then he just pulled up. So Barisic did unfortunately have to come off, and then Emma asked, did they get another red? No, just the 1 red card for Celtic. Just the 1 red card. No red cards for Rangers either, as we enter the last 8 minutes of this game. Rangers 3-1 up. We'll still be hungry to get maybe another 1 or 2 in this game, because 3-1 looks nice, but 4-1, 5-1 looks even better, doesn't it? When you look back at these games. Here's Sorrow on the ball, one of the substitutes for Celtic. Not really got anybody around him to play the ball into, but he eventually finds Christopher Ayer, who again has had a fair few chances himself today to score. That chance a few minutes ago was unbelievable. Took on 5 Rangers players and then just completely fucked up the final product. Here's Welsh. Playing it back to Sorrow as they try to push up the field here. Really do need a goal. As they look to push up the pitch, here's Christopher Ayer. Plays the ball into Mikey Johnston, the substitute. Doesn't get to him in the end. He's had a pretty quiet start to this second half as a substitute. And I believe Morelos is currently down. He's going to get substituted in a second anyway. So Morelos going to come off here. Enis Hadji coming on. But what a performance from Alfredo Morelos as he's about to come off the pitch in a second. It was a brilliant, brilliant goal from El Buffalo to get the second of the game. We're seeing the goal again, and the way he just nutmegged Scott Brown and then put some venom into that strike to get it into the top right-hand side of the goal was unbelievable. It was a quality finish from one of Scotland's very best players. But he will be coming off the pitch, and Enis Hadji will be coming on. And a brilliant finish for a player who, let's not forget, over the last few seasons had struggled to score in Old Firms, and now he's got 2 in his last 2 Scottish Premiership games. And he comes off the pitch. Enis Hadji comes on for the last 6 minutes of the match. And I think Morelos is okay anyway now, regardless of the fact that he was injured for a second there. But closing stages, the Romanian comes on. He'll be hoping he can maybe add a goal or 2 before the end. as we look to bow out of the Scottish Premiership with a few minutes left of this Old Firm. I know, of course, we have the Scottish playoffs and playouts coming up in the next few weeks, which will be interesting to see how they go down with who comes up to the Premiership and who is going to go down. We know Hearts, I think, are coming back up next season, if I'm correct. So that's massive news for Hearts, especially after their relegation last season. But here comes Celtic. Going to be Greg Taylor on the left wing position. It's now or never for Celtic. They know they have been under some pressure since the 26th minute when Callum McGregor was sent off for his second yellow. But ever since the second half started, they've never really had the same energetic pace than what they did in the first half when the game was incredibly open. And the referee is going to give a free kick here for Rangers. Mikey Johnston giving a free kick away. And you can see Scott Brown in the stands. Not the greatest Old Firm derby, not one he's going to remember. And it's a shame because it was his last Old Firm and it is going to end with a whimper. Nutmegged by Morelos for a goal. Lost another Old Firm derby. And talking about a man who might be playing in his last Old Firm derby, on comes Jermaine Defoe and there'll be no hat-trick for Kemar Roofe, which is a real shame because I think Kemar Roofe must have thought in his head he's got a real chance here to get a hat-trick in this game. But also another player probably coming on for his last Old Firm, Jermaine Defoe. And what a player he's been in the past. Former Sunderland Spurs man who has been detrimental in so many leagues across world football, the MLS as well. Let's not forget when he was at Toronto and he was one of the best players in America at that point. He comes on for his final few minutes. And what a professional Jermaine Defoe has been. Been an absolute credit over the last few years of his career. And as I said, I do feel like this will probably be Jermaine Defoe's last Old Firm. I don't know if he's actually retiring or not, but I've got a feeling very, very soon Jermaine Defoe will probably either announce his retirement or either leave Rangers, something along those lines. But 4 minutes left of this game. Can they get a late goal? Look, there'd only be 3 minutes left of the game, maybe 2. But with a little bit of additional time, it would make things interesting for the end of this game. And they're going to push numbers forward as the ball is flicked towards Greg Taylor, but the pass from Sorry is a little bit too heavy. McGregor's going to hoof the ball up the pitch. Handball in the end means that there is going to be a free kick here for Celtic. And handball by Ioannis Hadji is given. And I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it, for Rangers this season? That's how many wins in a row is it for Rangers now? Is that's obviously all 5, isn't it, this season that they've been unbeaten in? I think they've won 3 of them. We know the last time they played in the league, it was a 1-1 draw, which we watched. But to go out there today and get a 3-1 win, they've done exactly what they needed to. They've kept the unbeaten streak going. And I believe Rangers have actually only got 2 more matches left. Once against Livingston and once against Aberdeen, which is on the 15th of May. That game's going to be very exciting to watch because depending on what happens against Livingston, Rangers might have the chance in that game to go unbeaten. But I do feel like Aberdeen sat in 4th will be looking to try and finish in 3rd. So I'm kind of excited to see how that game goes down in a few weeks. But here comes Christie. Ball flicked in towards the path of Mikey Johnston. Doesn't get to him in the end. And maybe a chance here for Jermaine Defoe, who's not going to get a touch. Christopher Ayer getting the ball. He's Welsh into Sorrow. And you can see now pretty much every Celtic player has been pushed up the pitch. I just feel like they've left it way too late to go for it in this game. They should have gone for it, for me, in the 75th minute. They've just been too late. But look, you know, the season for Celtic was already over. The instant minute Rangers lifted the title, or won the title at the least. That was when the season finished, you know. There was nothing else to play for. They were always going to finish second. It was just more of a case of beating your rivals and finishing the season on a high, which is going to end maybe with a little bit of disappointment, but chance here for Celtic to come forward. They've got a minute left of normal time. It's going to be Christopher Ayer on the left wing. trying to shimmy his way past players. Now it's Greg Taylor. He's done very well to get past one. Plays it to Mikey Johnston. Still going here, Johnston. Getting bodied by 3 players. And the referee in the end is actually going to give a free kick to Rangers. Foul on Stephen Davis from Johnston. And again, another opportunity in which Celtic had a chance to push forward. They've wasted. And it looks like it's job done here for Rangers. And we're just seeing Dominic Mackay, who's the incoming chief executive for Celtic. Comes in July. And I tell you something, he has got some work to do when it comes to rebuilding Celtic as a club. You know, we already know, I don't think John Kennedy is going to be staying as the interim manager. We know they have been in talks with Eddie Howe and a few other managers. So it will be interesting to see what goes on. But there's a chance here for Jermaine Defoe to get a fourth, and Defoe, he's offside and he missed in the end. And I think that was a very, very tight offside decision, but it wouldn't have mattered because Jermaine Defoe missed it anyway. But just seeing now, that's probably just offside by a whisker. One of those where if VAR was in play, the lines would be out. But I don't think we've got VAR in the Scottish Premiership, so there'll be no VAR today. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, because the ball wasn't in the back of the net. But 3 minutes of additional time here. Celtic ending the day again on a whimper. It has not been a good day at all if you're a Celtic fan. Very, very frustrating. And ultimately in the end, it's going to be ending in a whimper. But if you're a Rangers fan, you are 2 games away from completing an unbeaten season. And what a season it would be under Steven Gerrard. To make the quarter-finals of the Europa League, to win the league unbeaten, is quite the achievement. But they still have 2 more games to go. And still a few seconds to go here, because there's a chance now for Jermaine Defoe. Brilliant from Defoe, and brilliant it is because it is a goal for Jermaine Defoe, and Derby Day delight for Rangers as they seal the victory as it ends 4-1, and the English veteran who knows how to put the ball into the back of the net bags an Old Firm goal, and that tells you the distance between Rangers and Celtic in the gap between these 2 clubs. It's another victory for Rangers. And Jermaine Defoe gets a deserved goal right at the end of the match, and a lovely finish it is indeed. And a brilliant, brilliant day for your Rangers fan. 4-1 and a goal for a man who has hit the back of the net so many times across so many continents in Europe. And he does it again in the Old Firm. 4-1. A day to forget for Celtic. And a season to forget, isn't it really, for Celtic? As Rangers bag another goal at the end of this game. And Jermaine Defoe now has 304 goals in 753 club appearances. That's an incredible record for a man who has played, as I said before, for Spurs, for Sunderland, for Toronto, and of course, for Rangers. And so, what a performance it is. 25 seconds left of this game. And all that hope that maybe Celtic had of getting something in this match was pretty much dead and buried, in my opinion, around about the 70th minute when they didn't really attack and try and take it to the home team. And in the end now, it's going to turn into a little bit of a thumping from their rivals as the referee is giving a free kick to Rangers. And that will surely be that. And it is, as Rangers get an all-important, high-quality victory against Celtic. And what a performance it was from Gerrard's men. It all started with Kamaru, who bagged a double on the day. And when we thought we were going to get a little bit of excitement when Alderweireld put the ball into the back of the net with his set-piece goal, it then turned into a thumping after Kamaru scored his second in the game. Alfredo Morelos scored an absolute screamer of a goal in the first half. And then, of course, at the very end of the game, Jermaine Defoe bagged himself another career goal to his name and ultimately sealed a dominant victory for Rangers in what will be a very memorable Old Firm derby for any Rangers fans. It's all about the blue side of Scotland, not about the green side, as it's a season to forget for Celtic. But what a season to remember for Rangers. They are 2 games away from the unbeaten season. They have a chance to claim 100+ points in the year. As for Celtic, that is their 5th defeat of the season. They are 23 points behind their not inner city rivals, but their inner rivals in Scotland. And that pretty much sums up the difference between this high-quality Rangers side and a disappointing Celtic season. And what a match it was indeed. Don't forget, we've got more watch-alongs to come on the channel over today and the rest of the week. You can join Rowan in an hour's time as the Portuguese Grand Prix takes place. That's from 2:55 on the channel. And then I'll be back tonight from 7:55. Monaco taking on Olympique Lyonnais. What a match that's going to be in the league title race. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the darts is back. You can join me for Premier League of Darts Night 10. That starts on Wednesday from 7:05. And then we have Champions League action starting on Tuesday night. City taking on PSG. That's live with Kieran D from 7:55. And then on Wednesday, you can join Rowan at 7:55 as Chelsea take on Real Madrid with the second leg semi-finals. We already know Man United are through, but will Villarreal or Arsenal be in that final? You can join both the Kierans live from 7:50 on Thursday for the all-important semi-final second leg show. Well, what an Old Firm match we had. We expected a delightful Old Firm derby to end the season, and by God did we get it. We got 5 goals, a red card, and a few screamers in there. It was a fantastic, fantastic performance from Rangers, and a high quality performance, which just proves why they deserve to be the champions of Scotland. We'll be back a little bit later on this evening. Don't forget, I'll be live from 7:55 with Kieran L for Monaco taking on Lyon. What a game that should be. Another title decider in France. But as for now, you can join Rowan in about an hour's time. He'll be live with the Portuguese Grand Prix. That starts from 2:55. Are we going to see as much drama as we did in the previous race a few weeks ago? We'll have to find out. But as for now, if you are new to the stream, as always, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription on the channel. We are pushing towards 2,200 subscribers. But as for now, I will see you guys a little bit later on tonight. Have a fantastic morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you again later on the Sports Corner. See you later. Good night. Well, I'm saying good night. Good night wherever you are. See you later.